Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host, Learbach, and you're just in time for a new Let's Play. What are we Let's Playing this time? Well, this is a bit of a weird, it's a bit unconventional to me, because normally I don't Let's Play mods. What you're seeing here is a full-fledged mod of Portal 2 called Portal Stories Mel. The reason why this is so weird is because this is a full game essentially. This is about the length of Portal. You can beat this in about 4 to 5 hours, roughly. It's also free, and you can also download it off of Steam. They'll give you a little icon and everything for you to, so you don't have to, worry about doing all the crazy work that goes into making mods for stuff like Portal 2. Like putting stuff in the right place and making sure, this file is working right or something like that. Essentially, Steam acted as a mod loader, which for those of you who don't know, mod loaders are like third-party programs that help you load in mods. They're commonly used for stuff like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas because, well, there's it can get rather complex trying to get some of these mods to work, and they're supposed to make it a lot easier, You just load up the mod and you're good. This is, like I said, this is promoted through Steam, and you can find some other stuff like Aperture Tag, which I believe is another game like this, the Portal 2 mod. But that one you have to pay about, I think, $5 for. I haven't played that yet. Haven't really been willing to spend the $5 on it yet. And then there's another one being developed called Conversion. It's not out yet, but you can see it on its Steam page. I don't know when they're planning for that to be out, but that one looks pretty good too. But anyway, let's go ahead and start up a new game here. Whenever you start up a new game, you always see this whole thing. I don't think you can select the chapters right away. Actually, I think you can select the chapters right away. But let's just go ahead and start with story mode. We will not be doing advanced mode. Apparently this is a remake of a mod. I learned this yesterday by playing through this and looking at the advanced mode stuff. I didn't notice that the first time I played through. So yeah, we're going to be playing through the original mod, because I'm not playing the advanced stuff where you have to shoot a portal while flinging yourself and have to be exactly perfect. If you're off by just a millimeter, you suck. That's kind of what got me to stop playing Portal Prelude. So yeah, here we are with Portal Stories Mel. Yeah. So we take place in 1952, Chapter 1. This is technically a prequel of Portal 1 as well. Sort of.
Yeah, okay. Greetings, astronaut, war hero, or Olympian. My name's Cave Johnson. And boy, do I have something to show you. You're here because you're the best the world has to offer. I don't say that lightly, mind you, so take that as one of the biggest compliments you'll ever get in your life, even if you don't know who I am. In the beginning, I started a shower curtain company, making asbestos-laden shower curtains for the military, but I kept dreaming bigger and better. And you know what? That dreaming became doing. Lots of doing, which brought you here. You're riding into the little Michigan town of... wait, where are we again? Okay, so, this town doesn't have a name yet, as we're the ones who built it, but that doesn't matter. Point is, you're riding there, and you'll soon be Aperture Science Innovators. We're still getting some of this stuff together, but there's a lot of science we can do in the meantime. You've been selected from a large group of candidates for a special test in our temporary testing areas. When the train arrives at the station, head into the town and into the Aperture building. Don't worry, you'll know where it is. You'll get some more pre-recorded messages once you're there. Now, get ready to do some science. For now, though, we're gonna put on some nice music for you. Enjoy the ride.
Okay, so unfortunately that's not J.K. Simmons voicing Cave Johnson. I assume he was too busy doing voice work for Gravity Falls to come in and do this little fan project. So yeah. However, I think the guy that they got did a fairly decent job. It's not terrible. Yeah, much.
Alright, you're now
Uh,
arriving at Aperture Central Station.
they misspelled it in the subtitles.
Chris, get over here. How do you spell station? Okay, think about that for a second. Okay. Does station have an extra O before the I? Alright, listen to me. Pack your things. Because you're fired! Get out of my office. Out. Get out. Out of my office. Oh, I can't re-record this.
Not sure why he can't re-record it, but yeah, if you listen very closely in there, and this is part of the reason I'm being so quiet, you can actually hear another person talking. Like, it's kind of very, very low murmur. You might not be able to hear it to my recording, but if you play it yourself, you can. So yeah, here we are, Aperture Science subway stations.
There's a lot we're still working on. Just watch your step on the way out, and as a reminder, Aperture Science Innovators is not responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to cosmic ray spallation. Don't worry, no, we haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. Sorry. Make that 3 minutes.
Got someone here sleeping on the job. We got a few other things, just kind of strewn about posters. One thing I really want to see here, I really want to see this in Fallout. Future modders who are working on Fallout are going to be working on modding for Fallout 4. Make a mod of this. It could be a retexture of the nuclear machines. I don't care. I just want this in Fallout 4. Or, Fallout New Vegas. If you can get it out in time. Yeah, we got, let's see, Aperture Cola, Repulsion Soda, Speedy Sarsaparilla, Caffeinated Decaf, Citranium Soda, and regular Thranja. Caffeinated Decaf kind of sounds a little bit, oxymoronic. I assume I'm using that word right. That's the one where, like, you have two opposing words, right? Yeah, that's right. I believe it is an oxymoron, because you then go to Oxford and you're a moron. It'd be the same thing. Yeah, so let's go ahead and head up here. And we got a few more posters. Most of these we've already seen. Let's kind of look through them real quick, and then we'll head out into the city.
Here at Aperture Science Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community, entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either. Last thing we need is to touch up a dent in the wall because someone was too hands-on.
So yeah, this is part of the reason why this mod is really good. You see these kind of big, very open spaces, and a lot of like details put into them. Like they have buildings here, just circling around us. There's a gateway over here that we can't go through, but we can see parts of the town. Just very big open spaces. You don't see this in Portal. Not saying we don't see this in Fallout 3, but then again, we actually do. That's the whole point of Fallout 3. But yeah, so you got these kind of big open spaces, and there's no reason for the spaces to exist. It's just they're here, just to kind of give us a sense of the world. And this is actually something I kind of miss from old school games, or actually from rather new school games, new current games, is we don't have these kind of open sprawling areas anymore. You could argue, yeah, we do, but not enough. Like most of these newer games, like Call of Duty and stuff like that, it's basically just a hallway. It's just a glorified hallway. Then right here we have one hell of an atom molecule. And Aperture Science Innovators, established 1947. So established 5 years before this actually takes place. Let's go ahead and head into Aperture Science, shall we?
I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than any test subjects on record. That's not good. Anyway, just head through the door on the right to the elevator. You'll know where to go.
The humor is not quite as good as Portal 2, but they try. I think they do a good enough job. It passes. Real quick, one thing I want to mention: controls. WASD moves you around. Mouse lets you look. Left and right click will fire blue and orange portals respectively. We'll get into that later. Middle wheel up, or mouse wheel scroll up. We zoom in, scroll back, zoom out. E interacts with things. If we can't interact with something, we'll hear a little noise. Let's see if... Oh, nope. You may not be able to hear that. I'm not sure if I can barely hear it over the music. But you got a little deny noise. One thing we can do is if we touch these, does this do anything? Nope, just static. Okay. So we got these Aperture Science Innovator sign. And once we get through here, we'll be going into a pretty interesting spot. Because I believe all this is like royalty-free pictures. Kind of like sci-fi pictures, and they look really good. And mixed with the music that you're hearing in the background. Which, by the way, the music can be found on their website. Just type in Portal Stories Mel into the into Google, and it should be the first option. You can download their soundtrack for free. As I mentioned before, you can download this through Steam as long as you have a version of Portal 2 to play it on. And yeah, seeing these older like sci-fi pictures really kind of makes me yearn for the days when we used to think the future was going to be bright and cheerful. Yeah, can't go through this door. We really do miss those days.
First, I wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down.
Just kind of messed up because I technically wasn't even born then.
No, the zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs.
Some of these pictures I actually recognize.
The stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator.
Like I said, some of these sci-fi pictures I actually recognize. Like I've seen them before. The problem is I don't know where. Yeah. I think I saw them. Maybe saw them like way back when I was a kid at Disney World. Because one of the things we used to do is we used to go to Disney World on this business trip my dad had with the school he was working for, UNCC. They were in like this robotics competition, and so and that was hosted at Disney World. So we'd fly down to Florida, or drive down. It was like a day's drive. I don't remember flying there, so yeah. We'd stay at a hotel, and then we'd go to Disney World for about like 3 days. We'd visit each of the ones. At the time, they only had like Epcot, MGM, and Magic Kingdom. This is before the Animal Kingdom came out.
Trying to push the boundaries of science that little bit more. That's why we're taking on this new project. When the bean counters told me not to buy a salt mine to do all this science...
Yeah, I think that was off. I think the pictures I'm thinking of might have been from the Tomorrow World area. Epcot, I believe.
Well, thanks to
is it in Epcot or is it in Magic Kingdom?
Generous helping of the "you're fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't figure something in thin air, why bother trying to make it in the air in the first place? I came up with this.
Wow.
Introducing the Aperture Science Innovators Suspended Testing.
They really need a lean button here.
The sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem
I want to remind you, this is a mod.
They don't.
which means they had to rebuild all of this. Yeah, they may have had the models, but they had to put this all together. It's essentially like playing with Legos at that point. It still takes a while, and you gotta do it just right. Things don't click together, they don't snap together like Legos most of the time.
The bean counters cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they went their pants
Oh, wow.
the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please. Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months, so you'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Vault.
Yeah, this just again, a modder had to rebuild this and like make it look new. Because keep in mind, when you see it in Portal 2, it's all ruined. It's like hundreds of years later, presumably. But wow, this is just But yeah, so one thing I want to mention is the story is like I said, is a prequel. So this is all kind of setting stuff up for the events that are about to happen.
Easy for you though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly. Don't worry though, our science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes, an hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry, we ain't got everything under control. You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here? You are.
So yeah, 9 shafts, 10 spheres each. It's really interesting. It feels like they're setting up a series with this, and I kind of wish that I kind of hope they are. Because first of all, it goes in the title of the name, Portal Stories Mel. Implies there could be a Portal Stories, another insert name here. Not to mention the spheres and the shafts. So that means they might have plans for another 8 games or 7 games, depending on how the continuity
works. As I said on the last pre-recorded message, you'll be heading into an Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vault for a quick, deep sleep, and then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night. You're most likely a walking zombie. That'll give us the best results. But just remember, don't sleep too long. This isn't a bed and breakfast, and if you decide to stay tonight, I'm charging you rent for the next year. We'll have a bed ready for you. Just follow the testing area signs and go to bed. Don't mind the turrets. They're firing blanks. At least that's what Crazy Harry told me. Had 6 science boys disappear because of him.
Oh, that Crazy Harry. By the way, this water can kill you. And you do get an achievement for drowning yourself in this water. Yes, there are achievements to this. This game, this mod might as well be a full-fledged game. It's amazing. Yeah, we can go through here. Anything with the green light we can go through and kind of explore. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to explore. So we'll just go ahead and head on through and you can see the runner-up contract of the year.
Don't worry, those turrets won't kill you. Safety on their
Spirit of Idaho.
Had some lab boys shut them down. Crazy Harry lied to me.
Their shotgun salesman of 1943. And we got portal turrets. Or sentry turrets, excuse me. These are eerily similar to the ones you see in Half-Life 2. But they are also eerily similar to the ones you see in Portal. You know, their general design, their general shape. Kind of cool. Apparently, there was some audio files of these guys having this kind of 1930s gangster voice. Unfortunately, I think that was removed, and they don't have any voices. So yeah, that's kind of sad.
If you're hearing this message, you're at the chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here for now. So the next episode, we'll wake up from our sleep.
Step into the chamber and get into bed. Our lab boys
and
will take care of the rest.
We'll see what we can perform, what science we've done by sleeping. So then, I'll see you guys later.